Hey Joe, are you ready for Little Square News?
Oh wait, no, 1 second. I gotta try out my new invention, the transmogrifier.
What's a transmogrifier?
Well, it turns you into whatever you want.
Okay, can you show me how it works?
Okay. So, just turn me into pig. The code is 824.
8, 6, what the, okay. Joe, you're a sheep, so this thing probably isn't working. But we should go to K5 Buddies for how I try to figure this out.
5th graders visiting our classroom. I wonder what they're doing.
We are making fleece blankets.
For people serving people.
That we make them for other people who don't have blankets.
The buddies came to make blankets with us. So we're gonna share the steps of a fleece blanket. First, you cut out squares in all the corners, and then you start cutting strips.
You tired him?
Ruth and me will show you how to tie. First, you cross, and then you put one under the hole in the middle. You need to make sure you pull it down and make a bunny ear. And then loop one around the bunny ear and then put it in the hole. And then that's how you tie. And you do the same thing for a fleece blanket.
It's good to have a blanket because in the winter time you'll get cold. So that's why it's good to have a blanket.
Wow, I'm sure those blankets will be put to good use to keep you warm. Anyway, Joe, we gotta put you back in your box, or your transmogrifier, so we can transmogrifization something. Okay, here goes nothing. Okay. Oh no, not a stapler. I don't know how to work this thing. But anyways, we should go to 1st grade writing.
So a small moment is when you're writing about something that's real, and realistic fiction is when something could happen but it hasn't happened, and it can have some fiction in it.
You can't say there was a zoo in my house. What?
I'm making flaps because I need more to add to my story. storyboard is when you get your ideas from what you did to remember what the story is about.
The storyboard is the thing that you like right before you do your whole entire story. It tells the beginning, middle, and end.
Today, Miss Butters taught us how to slow down the action to get us a better details of what the story is about, to make sure your reader knows what's happening in the story.
What?
My story's about a witch and a few kids. In realistic fiction, you can make up a good story by making a character, a problem, and the solution to the problem at the end of a story. Slowing down on your story is if, like, I wrote, John went to school. Instead of saying John went to school, you could say John walked slowly to school. I'm writing a story about a person named Joe.
I'm writing about my brother that he bumped into a tree.
So I'm adding exciting words to my story. For example, like awesome or funny.
What is bring stories to life?
Okay, Joe's now a stapler, so we gotta try this again. And I've been working on the code, so I think I can turn Joe, the stapler, back into Joe himself. Shoot, this Joe. I got the wrong Joe. We better go to second grade art while I try to figure out Joe.
We're doing our paintings because at Grand Friends Day, we painted, we sketched, and now we're painting it, and we're going to give it to our grand friends. This is a palette, and you put paint on it, then you paint with it. I'm just tracing my own hand on a canvas, and I'm painting it, and I'm gonna give it to my grand friends. This is my painting, and that's my grandpa's hand, that's my hand, and that's my grandma's hand. Overlapping is when a shape goes over the other one. So, we make it overlap by putting, you draw the shape of their hand, and then you make when you're drawing the whatever shape you want on over the hand, and you don't put it over. You just make it go until it hits the hand. The hand is overlapping this shape.
This is overlapping.
This is my painting, and when I'm done, I'll probably hang it on my wall in my room or something.
Well, the first step was first you had to ask your grandfriend to put the hand on, and you had to trace a hand in pencil. Then you asked your grandparent to trace your hand, and you put shapes behind it, and it made your hand look like it was overlapping the shape. This is the hands of my mom's and mine, and we are supposed to trace them. And my mom's are over here and mine are over here. And when we were doing it, we had to ask our grandfriends to put their hands down, and then we traced our hands.
So this is my painting. It all started during Grand Friends Day when my aunt put her hand on this painting, and I put my hand on this painting, and I didn't put so much on here. I mostly used shapes that are connected to each other in an odd way.
Oh, wow. Second grade art was great. Now, I think I figured out the code, and the code is, one second, put it in here, Joe 78596A. Enter. Anything? Come on. Is it working? That did not work. Now we're going to go to the third grade crayfish story.
Well, we are studying about crayfish, and my crayfish loves the turkey, and what we're experiencing is like if they like people food or crayfish food better, and my crayfish likes people food better than crayfish food.
My class, we were doing experiments with crayfish, and my group worked on if a crayfish was more active in a see-through container and a non-see-through container.
Our crayfish experiment was we're gonna put gravel on one side and then just put plastic on the other with water in it, and to see which side the crayfish would like better.
I believe I won because I had my big claws helping me in that race.
Not many people know this, but crayfish will eat anything, even other crayfish.
Crayfish can regen their body parts, and regen means that they can grow them back, and I think that's really cool.
experiment was, do the crayfish like cheese or lettuce better? And we found out that the crayfish like cheese better.
We did a if crayfish prefer a bigger protection or a smaller protection.
My crayfish doesn't like the ham because it walks away.
We can see it looked for the ham and Drew. Do you know?
Crayfish have exoskeletons on the outside of their body instead of skeletons on the inside of their body.
If crayfish have double swimmerettes, that means it's a girl. And if they have single swimmerettes, that means it's a boy.
That's all I have for you. Thanks for watching.
Okay, apparently last time I turned Joe into air, so this time I'm positive I have the code right. And it is now GOEJ 7869432159 Z. Enter. Joe, we got Joe, yay!
Yay, finally.
Yeah, we
got it.
Now I'm going in there, and I want to be a donkey.
Okay then.
You know the code, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay, so the code is 9D 705K.27. And I think I got it.
Joe, you turned me into a goat, but I do have a fine goatee, if you know what I mean.
Wow, the transmogrifier is awesome. It actually works. Well, let's go to the final story with 4th grade math.
4th grade measuring.
I wonder how far it is around this piece of paper. Maybe 4th grade can help.
In math, we're estimating the lengths of stuff, and then Mr. Simi or someone else will tell us the answer of the length of the thing that we estimated.
Estimating is when you try to get as close to a number as you can.
The perimeter is the outside edge of a shape.
I didn't know the distance around the piece of paper is its perimeter.
If you're measuring something big, have more than 1 meter stick and a few decimeters.
Okay, so I measured the perimeter of the rug, and since it's a square, you just have to multiply the number of whatever like length or something that you're doing it by on one side, and I did it by meters, and it was exactly 2 meters. So you just have to do 2 meters times 4, which would be 8. So the perimeter of the rug was 8 meters.
We measured the hallway and it was 186 feet long.
We usually use 6-inch rulers, 12-inch rulers, meter sticks, and yardsticks.
There's a difference between a meter stick and a yardstick. A meter stick is just a little bit longer.
Thanks, Fluster. The perimeter is 19 inches.
Well, that's it for Lower School News. I hope you enjoyed it.
Well, that was the best lower school ever. I got a fine goatee, and I'm proud of it. I'm very proud of it. Thank you. Anyways, thank you for watching.
Do not try transmogrification at home.